this is the Waste Management Phoenix Open week here, and I am back with my set of PGA DFS top 5 videos. Hopefully you've all been enjoying them. A quick little way to get you guys the information that you need to make your PGA DFS lineups, winning ones each and every week. So let's jump right in. This is the top 5 values here, again, for the PGA DFS contest for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And we had a good week last week. Listen, the first thing that we try and do in PGA DFS is get 6 of 6 through the weekend. Reason why? Simply, even last week, where we had a lot of the chalk make the cut, only 7% of the lineups total had 6 of 6. So if you had 6 of 6, the likelihood of you cashing was probably pretty high. If you listen to this video, you would have at least found 5 golfers that would have gotten you through the cut pretty easily. Hideki Matsuyama, not a great value, but certainly Adam Scott was good. Gary Woodland was okay, Byung-Hyun Ahn was okay, and Wyndham Clark was okay. So when I say okay, that means that if you had them, if you started with these golfers in your cash lineup, say, and then were able to throw in, based on the salary there, another high-priced guy, you'll likely beat everybody you played against, especially in cash. Maybe you slid into the cash line on a GPP, but with no top end there, maybe not. Again, our goal is to try and get 6 of 6 through, of course. So let's go into this week's value section here. It's an interesting one for me here this week because we got the top end of the board not priced all that high. We got guys like Justin Thomas at 10.8 and Rory McIlroy at 10.6, and normally I'd consider them value, but obviously those might be a little obvious ones, as I used that word twice there. I apologize. So let's go ahead and jump into the guys that I found as values. And the first one on the board is 9,400 with Sungjae Im. Here's a guy that has had the lead or close to the lead each of the last 2 weeks. The only thing that's been missing is a little bit of a putter. So coming to this course where he's 34th and 7th in the last 2 years, I like that as well. Off the tee, strokes gained power ranks here coming into this week, 17th off the tee, 52nd on the approach, 208 around the green, which certainly will change here on the next update, and 126th on the putting. So Sungjae Im, 9,400, I believe a great price to start your lineups with this week. Next one I'm going to talk about is Cameron Champ. He is coming off of 2 missed cuts and came in 67th here 2 years ago. But here's a guy that I think is playing much better than his form is indicating. We know he's good with his driver, 25th off the tee. His approach game has improved. He's ranked in the top 100 now there. But the putter and around the green game, not so much. 143rd and 242 coming in this week. But the last 2 weeks have been pretty bad in terms of the miscut. He started off rounds, even first rounds looked very good, and then had something bad happen to him at the American Express, I should say, not the American Classic, the American Express, where he hit the flag stick and ended up making triple. And then last week just got caught up in the worst of the conditions, had a good opening round, and then bounced back with a terrible second round in those bad conditions. So I'm going to go back to Cam Champ this week, as we're not expected to have hail come down in Phoenix, Arizona. So I like Cam Champ in a bounce back spot. Now a golfer that I put in last week's that I'm entering into this week's again, as I think the form is there, is Byung-Hyun Ahn. He's coming in at $7,300 on DraftKings this week. His course history, 9th and 20th. That also includes, if you go a little bit further back, 2 losses in playoffs. So obviously this course fits with him. He's made his last 2 cuts, 75th and 8th. Now, even that 75th last week, which was one of the worst, he still scored pretty well. I think he came in the top 40 in DFS scoring. So even though the finish position may not be there, the DFS points certainly are. 103 off the tee, 27th on his approach, 25th around the green, and obviously we know he's one of the worst putters on tour. All right, fourth guy I want to talk about is maybe my biggest risk in terms of a value on the board. But here's a guy that if he makes the weekend, I almost assure you at $6,900, he will pay off his salary. He is too good of a putter, and it's JT Poston. He's made the cut each of the last 2 years here, coming in 37th and 26th. Recent form, like I said, especially on a good weekend at the tough golf course, he came in 18th. Missed the cut the week before at a scoring event, but I think this kind of blends a little bit of a difficult event with a scoring event, maybe a medium score somewhere in the 17 under. I think that fits Poston's style again pretty well. Obviously not great off the tee, 217th this year, 108 on the approach, 166 around the green, and 35th putting. But when he gets his putter going, he could be one of the best, at least in the top 5. Somebody, though, that is certainly not good at their putter that could use his putting, JT Poston's putting, is Kyle Stanley. But on the other side, Kyle Stanley's approaches are significantly better than Poston's. And certainly right now, he's ranked 34th this year, but most recently, it's been very good. His recent form, tailing off of that, 32nd at the Amex and 18th last week at Torrey Pines. So I like Kyle Stanley, $6,700 this week. I like the flexibility he gives you. Plus, he's playing very consistent tee to green game, and I think that should bode well for him here. I know that the last couple of years here, he hasn't been very good, missed the cut a couple of times, but his form wasn't great back then. Now, coming in off of much better form, maybe he can get back to the winning ways that he did as he won back in, it looks like 2014, if my eyes are proving correctly here. So, again, a former winner here, playing pretty good form. I know he's missed the cut the last 2 times, but obviously some good feels when he gets here. It is boom or bust. He's made the cut 3 other times in the past years. It was 2012 was his win. Jesus, that's quite a while back. I don't know if we can really count that, but still a winner nonetheless. Kyle Stanley at 6,700. So that's going to do it for my top 5 value picks this week. Sungjae Im, 9,400. Cam Champ, 7,600. Byung-Hun An, 73. JT Poston, 69. And Kyle Stanley, 6,700. Of course, the prices differ a little bit on FanDuel, but our focus here for this video, at least, was the DraftKings prices. So thanks for joining my PGA DFS top 5 values for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Of course, we'll be continuing to go throughout our series of PGA DFS top 5 videos. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel to get notified when they come live. So until next one, thank you all for stopping by, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.